Well, hi Aquarius, welcome to Quickie Tarot. It's time for your What is my ex thinking reading. So let's get started. Let's ask the universe, what are Aquarius's exes thinking, universe? What are Aquarius's exes thinking, please? What are Aquarius's exes thinking? Please give me more cards for this reading, universe. What are Aquarius's exes thinking, please? Right. There. Wow. Okay. Let's get started. The overall energy of this reading, put these cards over here. It's a Five of Swords. So this is like winning the battle. And this is in both your energies. This surrounds the reading. So this is both of you looking back at each other. Like both of you came out okay, in the breakup. But you're both looking back at each other. Let's find out why. So up here in your main energy, Aquarius, is the Ten of Wands. Well, this breakup is allowing you now to put down a burden. So the heavy burdenness of this Ten of Cups, okay, this is a lot of love. This was becoming a burden. Can you believe that? That is really, but now, since the breakup, this Ten of Cups is no longer a burden to you. That's a lot of love. That's, family, dancing. It's a lot of, it's joy in that card. But I think it feels like that's what you were going for, but you weren't getting it. And that's why it was becoming a burden. On the other side of that Ten of Cups, we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, broken heart, tears. This is you. This is in your energy. So, but this is going to cycle out because the Ten of Wands is here. This is on the other side of that Ten of Cups. So you're really saddened. You're heartbroken that this is not going to, it looks like, work out the way that you pictured it. Under that Ten of Wands, a part of that burden here was the Six of Pentacles. This is not being treated fairly. It's like begging for attention. They threw your scales of life off balance, those scales that he's holding there. And they only just kind of gave peanuts to the relationship. They weren't really involved in the relationship. They just like dish out a few peanuts just to keep you like hanging in there, just to keep you alive. And so that Five of Swords is right next to that Six of Pentacles. So you're looking back at that too. So you're looking back at how this ex, male or female, treated you. All these cards are male or female in any of the readings. They should be, unless they're specific, unless the reader says otherwise. So next to the Five of Swords here, which is looking back at that Ten of Cups too, looking back at that, how you were not treated fairly in this relationship. We have the Queen of Pentacles. This is possible earth. energy, which would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So you or them may have Earth in your chart. This is, examining the situation. So it feels like you're just like heartbroken, you have tears running down your face, and you're thinking about the whole situation, analyzing it, that pentacle on your lap, male or female, okay? Trying to figure out what happened. So under the Six of Pentacles here in their energy, the X, male or female, is the King of Swords. This is possible air energy, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But this is about, wow, speaking the truth and clarity through communication. Putting the sword up and saying, this is the way it is, and that's the truth. It was hurtful to you because you're in tears. The King of Swords is right next to the Wheel of Fortune. It's also right next to not being treated fairly, and I think that might have come up in conversation. The feeling that you had this Six of Pentacles, that might have come up in a conversation, because the king does hold that sword of conversation and truth and clarity. And it feels like the king, male or female, might have said something like, well, I just don't want to give more to this relationship, or I don't want to move forward, or just something truthful, but it was hurtful to you. Next to the King of Swords is the Wheel of Fortune. So the universe is like pushing them along. The universe pushed this along. They were involved on their side, especially. They're trying to move the King of Swords, male or female, remember, past all this. So let's see. And it's always for their better. That's why it's called the Wheel of Fortune. And this is like the universe has got their hand to their back. Maybe they had no plans on telling you the truth, but something just, they didn't, because the universe is there, they just came out with it, trying to get them to be truthful. But it's for a reason. The universe, this is right under the Five of Swords. You're both looking back at each other, kind of wondering what happened here, what went wrong. On the other side of the Wheel of Fortune is a Knight of Wands, and this is under the Queen of Pentacles. So it kind of feels like this Knight of Wands, this is the energy that they carry. And that was, the Knight of Wands comes in and out of your life. That's why you felt like you're being treated, unfairly, and just getting, having to practically beg for attention, just not contributing to the relationship, because they were flying in and out of your life with passion, with sex, kind of immaturely like. And that could have been part of the truth that they came out with, is that's really where they're happiest, is just flying in and out of someone's life like that. And that is male or female. Then we have the Empress here. So the Empress, down here in their energy, if you're a mother or a father, they look at you this way, as a good mother or a good father. Kind, considerate, thoughtful, loving, forgiving. They might be, let's take out more cards. Why is this showing up down here? They're thinking that this is how they see you, even though they weren't treating you fairly. Please give me more cards for this reading. Universe, what else do we need to know? Aquarius, what are their exes thinking? Please, what are their exes thinking? What are their exes thinking? So, wow. Okay. So we have the Strength card here. This is the card of Leo. They could be a Leo. You could, either one of you could have Leo in your chart, but more importantly, this is the card of knowing, the card of intuition, one of them. But this is about knowing what you have to do and doing it in a strong yet kind, thoughtful manner, lovingly type manner, but doing it, that's the strength of this card. So, I think you might have been the one that broke this off, even though it hurt you a great deal, because of the truth that they came out with. And it all started with the conversation over, how you've been feeling, being treated. So then we have Temperance here. This is the universe, the card of Sagittarius. But this is the universe working really hard to try to make things happen the way they're supposed to happen. So they have the universe with their hand to hit his or her back, the ex's back, and trying to push them along to get on the right path that they're supposed to be on. Then we have Temperance here working really, really hard on both your behalfs. And Temperance is right next to the Soulmate card. It's like Temperance picked up a couple of those cups in the Six of Cups. And I think they're trying, it feels like the universe wants you to realize, you probably already do, I think, that you're soulmates. I don't think they do. I don't think the ex really realizes that because they're too immature. With that Knight of Wands here, it's like, they're not thinking with the brain in their head too well. And so so Temperance is here, and I think they're trying to bring you two together. They're trying to make them come forward with a real cup of love. I don't know that's, I don't know how you'd feel about that, and I can just imagine some of the comments on that. But this is what the cards are saying. If it doesn't sound like your reading, it's not your reading. Check your moon sign if it doesn't sound like your reading, because the moon sign is your emotional side, and a lot of times that's where you really need to look. So then we have the High Priestess here. This is in your energy. You already know everything I'm telling you, probably. And it was your intuition that led you to, and also this Three of Swords being in your energy. There could have been someone else that they were riding in with that passion. There could have been someone else that came up too in conversation, is why you weren't being treated fairly. They just didn't have the time to really pay attention to a relationship, as opposed to just spending a few hours together or whatever. So the High Priestess is saying your intuitions are running high. Pay attention to your gut feelings. I want to see if there's one more. I just can't help it. Yeah, there is. Yes, it was. There was somebody else. Okay. So the Three of Pentacles. And you knew it. You felt it. That's what you were feeling. So this High Priestess is basically right between the Three of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is like not working well with the third person. The third person interfering in your life somehow. And so, yeah, I really think there was somebody else. The truth came out. The wheel was pushing them along for it all to come out. So what happens next, I don't know, but you are soulmates. And Temperance, I think, is trying to get them to learn. I'm surprised I don't have the Judgment card here, because it feels like a spiritual lesson for them. They're trying to push the X into learning how to treat people better and to realize the special ones that are in their lives. So, boy, right now that's what's going on with them. Aquarius, thank you for watching Quickie Tarot.